Students, let us start with homeomorphism. Definition: let Xd and Y row be metric spaces. Let Xd and Y row be metric spaces. Okay. A function f from x to y is said to be a homeomorphism if first is f is bijective. Bijective means f is both 1 1 and on 2. Second is f is continuous. F is a continuous. And third one is f inverse is continuous. When we say a function from x to y is homeomorphism if f is bijective, f is continuous and f inverse is also continuous. Okay. If these three conditions are satisfied by f, then we say that f from x to y is a homeomorphism. Now, if a homeomorphism from x to y exists, if a homeomorphism from x to y exists, we say that the spaces x and y are homeomorphic. If a homeomorphism from x to y exists, means f is bijective, f is continuous and f inverse is continuous, then we say that the spaces x and y are homeomorphic. Okay. Let us see theorem. Let Xd and Y row be two metric spaces. And f from x to y be a bijective function. Then the following statements are equivalent. Then the following statements are equivalent. A. F is a homeomorphism. B. The state G is a subset of X is open if and only if its image f of G, its subset of Y is open. And C is the set f is subset of X is closed if and only if its image its image f of capital F is subset of Y is closed. Okay. Proof A implies B. Okay. Here we have given XD and Y row B two metric spaces. Okay. And F is a function from X to Y. It is a bijective function. Then following statements are equivalent. First we will show that A implies B. For this, let A hold. A hold means what? That is F is a homeomorphism. We have just seen definition of homeomorphism. When we say that F is homeomorphism, if F is bijective, F is continuous and F inverse is also continuous, then we say that F is a homeomorphism. Okay, and we have to prove the set G is a subset of X is open if and only its image f of G is a subset of Y is open. Okay. Here our assumption is A hold, means F is a homeomorphism. By definition of homeomorphism, F and F inverse are continuous. Both are continuous. It is by definition of homeomorphism. Continuous. Okay. Let G is a subset of X is be open. Let G subset of X be open, and our claim is its image f of G is a subset of Y is open. Okay. By continuity of F inverse. Okay. F inverse of G is open in Y. Okay. See here, students, what we have given. F is a function from X to Y. Okay. F inverse is a function from Y to X. Here our assumption is G is a subset of X. Be open means G is a open subset of X. Okay. In previous videos we have seen one theorem. If F is a function from X to Y and when any subset, suppose G is a subset of Y, is open in Y, then its inverse image is open in X. Okay. So here G is a subset of X is open. Means G is open subset of X, then its inverse image is open in Y. Okay. So F inverse of G is open in Y. Okay. This proves that f of G is open in Y. F is a function from X to Y. F inverse is a function from Y to X. Again, inverse of inverse, it is a function from X to Y. Okay. Means here I want to tell you that inverse of F inverse is F. Okay. F of G is open in Y. We have proved what we want to prove. Okay. Here we can give reason, since F inverse of G is equals to F of G. G. Okay. Further, let f of G subset of Y or f of G be open in Y. Let f of G be open in Y. Okay. Again, by continuity of f inverse of f of G is open in X. Here f of G is open in 1. So its inverse image is open in X. F is a function from X to Y. F of G is a subset of Y. And by theorem, its inverse image is open in X. Recall that theorem. But F inverse of f of G is equal to G. F inverse of f of G is equal to G since f is injective. Hence, G is, here f inverse of f of G is open in X, hence G is open in X. Okay, here A implies B. Now we will prove B implies C. B implies C. Okay, let f is subset of X be closed. Then what is statement B? B is the set G is a subset of X is open if and only if its image f of G is a subset of Y is open. And we have to show that the set F is a subset of X is closed if and only if its image f of F subset of Y is closed. Okay. Here let F is a subset of B be closed, then F is closed subset of X means its complement X minus F is open in X. Okay, by B X minus F is open in X, then its image is open in Y. Then f of X minus F is open in Y. Then f of X minus F is open in Y, but f of F is complement of f of X minus F in Y, and f of X minus F is open. Therefore, here f of capital F is complement of f of X minus F, and f of X minus F is open, so its complement f of F is closed. F of F is closed in Y. F of F is closed in Y. Hence, we have proved which we want to prove. Now, conversely, assume that f of F is a subset of Y is closed, and we have to show that F is a subset of X is closed. Okay. Further, let f of capital F be closed y, therefore y minus f of f means complement of f of f is open in y. Okay. Again by b, this again by b, what happened? F inverse of y minus f of f. F inverse of y minus f of f is open in, sorry, here no need to say by b, actually this is by theorem. Y minus f of f is open in y, therefore by theorem f inverse of y minus f of f is open in x. Okay, but f inverse of f of f, but f inverse of f of f is complement of f inverse of y minus f of f in x, and f inverse of y minus f of f is what? Open in x. See here, f inverse of f of f is complement of f inverse of y minus f of f, and this f inverse of y minus f of f is open in x, so its complement is closed in x. So f inverse of f of f is closed in x, but this f inverse of f of f is nothing but capital F. Okay, so f is closed in x, so f is closed in x. Okay, hence proof of theorem is completed. Let us take next theorem. Let xt and y rho and z sigma be metric spaces. If x is homeomorphic, if x is homeomorphic to y and y is homeomorphic to z, then x is homeomorphic to z. So see here, in theorem we have given xg and y rho be two metric spaces. Okay, sorry, xt, y rho and z sigma are three metric spaces. If x is homeomorphic to y and y is homeomorphic to z, then we have to show that x is homeomorphic to z. Okay, proof. Let f is a function from x to y and g is a function from y to z. Be homeomorphism. Then f comma g are bijective. It is by definition of homeomorphism. F and G are bijective, continuous dot F inverse comma G inverse are also continuous. Okay. Consider the function G composite F from X to Z. Then first, G composite F is bijective. G composite F is bijective. Why this is? Since composition or composite of two functions, two bijective function is bijective. Composite of two bijective functions is bijective. Second, G composite F, actually we have to show that this G composite F function is homeomorphic. This G composite F, it is a function from X to Z. We have to show that this function is homeomorphism. For this, we have to show that this G composite F is bijective, continuous, and its inverse is also continuous. Okay. So in second, we have to show that G composite F is continuous. Obviously, it is continuous because since composite of two continuous functions is continuous. And third one is G composite F inverse is nothing but F inverse composite G inverse. It is also continuous. Since composite of two continuous functions is continuous. Okay. Therefore, G composite F from X to Z is a homeomorphism. That is X is homeomorphic to Z. Okay. Hence, proof of theorem is completed. Okay. We will stop here. Thank you.